In the early years of World War II, a small and often underestimated German tank played a role far greater than its size suggested. This is the story of the Panzer II, a machine born out of desperation, yet essential for the rise of the infamous Blitzkrieg, the lightning war that reshaped military strategy forever. Today we'll explore its origins, development, versions, combat use, and legacy. Welcome to Military Power TV, and if you love deep dives into military history, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more documentaries. Our story begins in 1934. Germany, under Adolf Hitler, was secretly rearming in open violation of the Treaty of Versailles. The Wehrmacht wanted modern tanks, the Panzer III and Panzer IV, to form the backbone of a future armored force. But there was a problem. Those advanced designs were developing far too slowly. At the time, the only vehicle available was the Panzer I, a light machine gun tankette incapable of performing true combat roles. So the German High Command authorized a temporary solution, a gap filler, a tank designed to bridge the time until the more powerful panzers were ready. This temporary tank would become the Panzerkampfwagen II, or simply the Panzer II. But although intended as a stopgap, it ended up playing a pivotal role in a revolution in warfare. The Panzer II was the first German tank developed specifically for combat, and its design followed the ideas of Heinz Guderian, one of the architects of Blitzkrieg. Guderian believed tanks should operate independently of infantry, forming fully mechanized panzer corps equipped with their own support, reconnaissance, and motorized infantry. His doctrine required three types of tanks: infantry support tank, lightly armored with small caliber guns. The Panzer II became the foundation for this concept, though it was faster than a traditional infantry tank. Fast tank destroyer, equipped with a long, high-velocity cannon. This role would be fulfilled later by the Panzer III. Heavy breakthrough tank, armed with a large caliber howitzer to destroy fortifications. This would evolve into the Panzer IV. The Panzer II was not designed to dominate enemy armor. Its mission was to move fast, punch holes in enemy lines, and support infantry during mechanized assaults, the key ingredients of Blitzkrieg. Model A, the first production version, 1937. Mass production began in July 1937. Key features included 14.5mm armor, enough to stop small arms, a 20mm automatic cannon, a 7.92mm machine gun, 16 tons of weight, and decent mobility. Though not powerful by later standards, it was an effective early war vehicle. Models D and E, faster and more mobile. As German engineers refined the Panzer II, the D and E variants appeared with a new torsion bar suspension, much higher road speeds up to 55 kilometers per hour, and better cross-country mobility. These models supported the rapid early Blitzkrieg campaigns in Poland and France. Model F, heavier armor, more protection. With combat experience mounting, it became clear the Panzer II needed more protection. The Model F introduced 35mm frontal armor, 20mm side armor, and weight increased to nearly 10 tons. This version survived longer on the front lines due to its survivability. Panzer II L Luchs, the final and most advanced variant, 1943. In September 1943, the most sophisticated version appeared, the Lynx, meaning lynx. This reconnaissance-focused variant featured interleaved overlapping road wheels, similar to the Panther, a more powerful 180 HP Maybach engine, improved speed and mobility, a redesigned hull, and nearly 12 tons of weight. The Lynx wasn't meant for frontline tank combat. Instead, it was designed to scout, observe, and call in fire from stronger units. It was one of the best German reconnaissance vehicles of the war. Despite its limitations, the Panzer II performed exactly as intended during the early Blitzkrieg campaigns. It didn't need heavy armor or a high-velocity cannon. Its primary role was mobility, to keep up with infantry, support assaults, and exploit breakthroughs. But its true legacy lies in its chassis, which proved so reliable that it became the base for highly successful vehicles. Marder II, a tank destroyer equipped with a powerful 75mm PaK-40 anti-tank gun. Wespe, a 105mm self-propelled howitzer, valued for its mobility and firepower. Model J, experimental, featuring 80mm of frontal armor, but only 22 units were produced due to cost and complexity. In total, more than 1,800 Panzer II tanks were built before production ended in January 1944. The Panzer II was never meant to win tank duels against T-34s or KVs. It was not a heavy tank, not a medium tank, and not a tank destroyer. But it was exactly what Germany needed at exactly the right moment. It carried the Blitzkrieg in its infancy. It enabled rapid invasions across Poland, Norway, Belgium, France, and the Balkans, and it shaped the early armored forces of Nazi Germany. Without the Panzer II, the Blitzkrieg as we know it would not have existed. If you enjoyed this deep look into the Panzer II and the birth of Blitzkrieg, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to Military Power TV, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next mission.